right now. 2 up right now. I'm two on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now. 2 up right now. Yeah, I'm 2 up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up. Ooh, on the couch with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now. 2 up right now. Victory, gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, zombie gang rapping that NYC. On my neck like I'm little weak. We run like a paracletes. It's on earth, but it's where I be.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Dalton throwing on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. It's second down. Dalton looking. Throw left outside, complete to Ross. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And they still need 6 yards here on third down after the penalty. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Coney Ely in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one down to the 10. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way,
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
368.
Second down, Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you sort of notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
13.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Ross on the return. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Passing, it's Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Dalton gives to Bernard, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Bengals are in for 6. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath. A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny. And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to get in there, and they can get that done in this game. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside.
Here we go.
Play action, Garoppolo. And Selleck here, left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Dalton hovering near the goal line. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. He'll get it up the middle. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton going deep for Eifert. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more after this. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And this one is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Dalton. Throw left side, complete. It's Ross. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Play action now. Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Garoppolo hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Black 80! Black 80! 21. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They come out here in the eye.
11.
They'll give it to him up the middle. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and goal. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Darkwan. And now running right through it. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10.
21.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
13.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
11.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, check.
Now McKinnon. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now here's Ross. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to Monroe. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Dalton sets up play action. Flush to his right. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They go 368.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Dalton off play action. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 44 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length, Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the toss, Bernard. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
368!
Operating from the gun, Dalton. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And some space here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
368!
To throw again, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December,
of giving.
Right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, 76 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And now here's Ross. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Andy Dalton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now here in Santa Clara. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here's Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game. And on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Garoppolo now. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Here we go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Garoppolo on first down. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Garoppolo. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
And Gold is able to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? To throw here, Dalton. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was